tardes, mi gente. Buenas tardes. My name is Agave. On behalf of Hispanos Para Spano and the thousands of Hispanic Yonkers residents, I would like to personally thank you for being here this afternoon. We're here today in support of our mayor. We represent different ethnic groups from throughout Latin world of Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic. We're coming from all over the hemisphere here, so thank you all for joining us today. I would also like to thank you so much for being here to celebrate the growth of our city and the leadership of our amazing, compassionate, and dedicated mayor. Happy Earth Day to you. Today is a special day.
Happy Earth Day!
Yonkers is a city on the move. We currently have the fastest growing city in the state of New York. In the past 12 years, we've been able to build housing to accommodate newcomers, create more jobs, and provide our youth with the best education possible. And this should only happen through the tireless work and leadership of Mayor Spano. I'm happy to share with you that our mayor is always looking towards the future. Our children are his priority, and that is why he's also known as the education mayor. He cares about our children. I can personally share with you that I have not only constructed one of the highest academic achievement schools in the state, if it wasn't for the support of the mayor. I'm pleased to announce that our entire graduating class has been accepted into various colleges throughout the United States. Now, to our Hispanic Yonkers residents, I'm asking you to support and vote for another 4 years for Mayor Spano. 4 more years! 4 more years! 4 more years! With your support, our city will continue to strive forward to the future, and our children will be bright and safe. I wanted to make my comments brief today. We have many Hispanic leaders that are sharing our support for the mayor, but I would be remiss if I didn't recognize the first person who made it possible 35 years ago to relocate to Yonkers. I wanted to raise a family. Damas y caballeros, es un placer presentarle a mi esposa, Sobeida Cruz. As you heard from our most esteemed Hispanic leader here, Lorraine Flores, I want to thank her for her leadership in organizing this rally, and also I want to thank Tony Goldberg, for her tireless support of Mayor Spano. Now it is my pleasure to introduce a dedicated and admired Hispanic leader who I've known for over 30 years, a former member of the Yonkers City Council. Please join me in welcoming to the podium the Honorable Wilson Soto.
Lorraine said that I can only speak for an hour, so buckle up. I've known Mike Spano for quite some time, and I started following him back in 1992-ish or so, when he got on the assembly, the state assembly, and I think he was the youngest person on the assembly at the time. Yeah. And I was admired because I was just starting law school. I was very interested in politics and being a great part of the city. And I continued to follow him through. I think the redistricting kind of messed you up a little bit, and you came back in the 93rd district. That was my district. He was my assemblyman back in the time, back in the mid-1990s. But let me tell you why I feel privileged to be here. I've been a lifelong resident of the city of Yonkers. I was born and raised in the St. Joseph's Hospital, grew up on BVA, Buena Vista Avenue, woof woof. My formative years, I was by Gordon High School, and now I live on the northeast side. So all of my life I've been here. My dad, at 19, when he came, he decided to make Yonkers his place. Panchito, I'm sure may he rest in peace. But he decided to make Yonkers his home, and to raise his family, to raise his business. So I'm fully familiar with the city, and I also had the great pleasure of serving on the city council.
That's right.
So I feel somewhat qualified to let you know that if you are interested in economic development, if that is something that is important to you, then Mike Spano is our candidate. If you are interested in making sure that we have reduced unemployment and employment available for everybody, then Mike Spano is our candidate.
Right.
If you're interested in revitalization of the downtown Yonkers and all of the good and glory that's come out of it, then Mike Spano is our candidate. If you're interested in the graduation rates, over 90% in our Yonkers public schools, then Mike Spano is our candidate. Affordable housing is something that's important for you, then Mike Spano, under his leadership, is our candidate. I wish to tell you that we have June 27th, is the primary date? Yes. June 27th, all right.
Early voting.
Early voting.
June 17th.
June 17th, early voting. June 27th is the primary. We must all come out and ensure that we support his candidacy. And I know he's going to glide through on that one. But most importantly, on November 7th, as the election results come in that evening on News Channel 12 and Rue, when those election results come in, I know Mike's going to be happy. He's going to be victorious. But the biggest winner that evening is not going to be Mike Spano. The biggest winner that evening is going to be each and every one of you in this room. The biggest winner on election night is my family, my neighbors, my friends. The biggest winner that evening are all of the residents of the city of Yonkers. The biggest winner that evening is our community. So if you want to win, let's make it happen for Mike Spano. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Wilson. We have another one of our Hispanic leaders here in our audience that would like to introduce him so that he can come and share a few words. It's my pleasure to introduce another great Hispanic leader from Nicaragua, businesswoman Gloria Espinosa.
Good afternoon. My name is Claudia Espinosa. I stand before you today as a proud Nicaraguan American, Yonkers resident, and a concerned Hispanic. We're at a pivotal moment, and we cannot afford as a community to stop the economic growth and development for the Hispanic community and the city of Yonkers as a whole. Mayor Mike Spano represents progress for Hispanics. Since he took office, Hispanic businesses have multiplied and flourished. What once was a failing school system has now a 90% graduating. How about that? And this is the kick. 61% of those students are Hispanic.
Right.
So that tells you he's for everyone. He's the mayor for the entire city of Yonkers. Mayor Mike Spano recognizes that our Hispanic community is hardworking, full of potential, and only seek an opportunity to progress. Our Hispanic community wants a hand up, not a handout. And Mayor Mike Spano will continue creating opportunities and lead the city of Yonkers forward. I support Mayor Mike Spano for re-election. And I have to say, the alternative is devastating for Yonkers.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Gloria. Thank you so much. There are so many of you that have so many wonderful things to say about our great mayor, but it's a privilege to introduce from the Mexican community, one of the most distinguished and respected lifetime community leaders, my good friend, Alfonso.
Happy birthday,
Okay, we are here again, and Yonkers need you for being another community. And on behalf of my community, Mexican Americans, and the Chamber of Commerce, we supporting you, Mr. Mayor. So,
Thank
that's
you.
all I can say.
Representing Honduras, because we have many of our countries represented here. Tessa Baines from the Taxi and Limousine Commission of Westchester. Is she here?
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to be talking Spanish. Buenas tardes a todos.
Buenas tardes.
Mi nombre es Tilsa Bailes, soy una representante de la comunidad hondureña. He vivido en Yonkers desde el año 1985 y he sido testigo personal que en los últimos 12 años nuestro alcalde ha hecho lo mejor por nuestra ciudad. Y por eso estoy aquí para darle las gracias. I must say thank you to you from my community. Thank you. Por todas las mejoras en los últimos 12 años y para reiterar mi apoyo y de toda mi comunidad hondureña que hemos sido testigos de todo lo bueno que nuestro alcalde ha hecho. Y por eso pedimos 4, 8, 12 años más y les pido a todos, yes, 4, 8, 12, if they want to give us more, we'll take it. Y por eso le pido a todos mis compatriotas hondureños y a todos los latinos en general que por favor apoyen a nuestro alcalde. Let's go for, like I said, 4, 12 and more. Thank you, Mayor Spano. Thank you for everything.
Thank you so much. There's so much energy here. Thank you so much. Representing the Dominican Republic, the former majority leader of the Yonkers City Council, another great leader in our community, the Honorable Wilson Terrero.
Good afternoon, guys. Buenas tardes. Hispanos Para Spano. You know, when Lorraine called me and the campaign called me to put this event together, I was so pleased. I said, Lorraine, I couldn't refuse, especially working with you. But as Dominican American and former council majority leader, I had the opportunity to work with Mayor Mike Spano. Earlier on, the mayor acknowledged the strength and the potential of the Hispanic community and the lack of representation in city government. Therefore, he allocated more resources to each resources to reach out the minority communities. As a result, we now have more Hispanic police officers, firefighters, and civil service employees, as well as teachers. So that sounds to me like progress, right?
Yes.
Doesn't it?
Yes.
So it is clear to me that Mayor Mike Spano is our only choice to continue moving our city forward. Así que no nos dejemos engañar. El progreso de los hispanos es con Spano. No nos dejemos engañar. El progreso de los hispanos es con Spano. No nos dejemos engañar. El progreso de los hispanos es con Spano. No nos dejemos engañar. El progreso de los hispanos es con Spano. So let me, Mr. Mayor, so I'm proud to say that the Hispanic for Hispano officially endorsed you today.
Thank you. I know that each and every one of you wants to share some wonderful experiences that you have had living here in Yonkers, and I thank you all for being here. But today, I am so pleased and happy to introduce someone who's been a former member of the City Council, who happened to have worked with 2 mayors, you know, during her tenure here in Yonkers. A lifelong community advocate. It gives me great pleasure to introduce my friend, Lorraine Lopez.
It is my great pleasure, it is my great honor, on behalf of Hispanos Para Spano, Hispanics for Spano, it is my great pleasure and honor not only to endorse on behalf of everyone here, to also support Mayor Mike Spano, and please let's give him a round of applause. Nuestro alcalde, Mayor Mike Spano.
Thank you, Lorraine. Thank you, Lorraine. Wow, you guys are... It's going to be tough to keep up with everybody. I will say this. I love being here in South Broadway. You know, tell you a story. You want to hear it, right? I'll tell you a story. So my grandparents came here from Italy, and they came to Southwest Yonkers. My father was born on Pier Street, number 6 Pier Street. Spano garage was Riverdale Avenue. All the Spanos lived up and down Riverdale Avenue. There were lots of them, right? We were used to being just like this, crammed up in a place, crammed up in a bedroom, crammed up. We were happy. And my grandfather and my father, they didn't want anything. They didn't want anybody to give them anything. He just said, stay out of my way. I'm going to develop a business. The Italians were digging holes and building walls and working in the backs of restaurants and delivering ice and coal. And then all that, right, moved on to becoming business owners themselves. Again, don't give me anything for free. Just give me a chance so I can raise my children and I can put my children in schools, in good schools, so that they can become successful part of the American dream. So some people say, well, how is it you get along so well with the Latino community? I get along so well with you because it's the same background. It's the same trip. It's the same road right around here through South Yonkers that each and every one of you has taken. You've come here from different places and you've decided, I don't need help. I just want an opportunity. I don't need you to give me a damn thing. Just give me the space that I need and give my children what every other child is getting, a good education. And you know, and when I was able to become mayor, and I was fortunate to have some really good friends, and I see Wilson, I think your dad, right? I mean, he's such a great guy. And I think of the people that I had really, I've been lucky in my life to have some really good, solid supporters. Carmen, right up front, right from the very beginning. Wilson Terrero, you know, at the city council working with me. The speakers that are here, and let me just say thank you to Claudia and Alfonso and Teresa for being part of today's festivities. I knew we needed to have a more inclusive government. And I started with the Board of Education because you're right, 60% of our children are Latino.
Yes.
And it was my business to go out there to get the finest superintendent that we could get who is a Latino. And we went from a 72% graduation rate to now our children are graduating at 91.02%. And I just want you to know that that is a number that is being recognized, not just in New York State, because it is the #1 graduation rate. It's being recognized across America. Because we can take a district that's been chronically underfunded, and you know what? I'm sorry, we can take a district that's chronically underfunded, but we don't care. Don't dismiss us. We don't need excuses. We're going to excel, and our kids are just as bright, they're just as smart, and our kids are just as determined. And you know what? And our kids will achieve the mountaintop faster than anyone else if given the opportunity. And that's what's happening here in Yonkers. And so we're developing. We have $5 billion worth of economic development happening in and along the waterfront. We have businesses that are springing up everywhere.
Like this one?
Like this one,
Yeah.
right? And so it's Sandra and Leo, right? So Sandra and Leo, let's give them a round of applause. Thank you so much. I was able to tell you I had some of the clues. It was great. We're building housing, and we're not just building housing for the newcomers who want to come and hang out in the waterfront, but we're building affordable housing as well. 22% of what we've built is affordable. So we're educating our children, and we're keeping our community safe. And for people who want to live in a safe community, we are the safest city of our size in all New York State, and in the top 3 in America. And we've been able to do that And we do that by diversifying and giving everyone a seat at the table. Now, just not giving someone a seat at the table to be a leader, but giving someone the opportunity to be in our police department, in our fire department, in our schools, teaching our children, because it's that diversity, that beauty that takes us and moves us to the top of the class and makes Yonkers, people talk about Yonkers and they say, how is it that this city is seeing so much diversity? How is it that this city is going through this renaissance? You know why? Because we are one of the most diverse communities in all of America. And what we've shown here in New York, the rest of America needs to learn from us.
That's right. That's right.
And they're starting to. And you're going to hear more about this graduation rate, I promise you, nationally, but I can't tell you. And you're going to hear more about this graduation rate nationally. And when you do, you're going to be very, very proud. So thank you to Lorraine. Thank you so much for putting this together.
Oh, you're welcome,
And
Mayor.
thank you to
It's
all
an
of
honor.
you. It is so much fun to be here. I have so much fun with you. You guys are the best.
Yeah, this
Yes. And I want now, Eddie Gary, thank you so much, because you came to me with your idea, right? Remember, talk about having an idea, seeing it happen, bringing it together. And I remember him saying, yeah, I'm going to start a school. Thinking to myself, how's he going to start a school? I mean, just the whole idea of just starting a school. And not only did he take that idea and make it work, and come funding, and built a school, but he's built one of the finest schools in the entire country. So I'm thinking about that. All of you, I know Bertha was here from CSEA. And I'll end off by just saying one thing. Karen Beltran is here. Judge Karen Beltran.
That's right. Thank you, Mayor.
She is the third
Thank you.
Latino that I was able to appoint to the judge here in Yonkers.
Yes.
Not only was I given the opportunity to appoint the first, and now I've been able to appoint the third, and let no one, we are running mates. She is my partner, and she's going to help us lead the ticket when we win this election in November. Thank you all, and thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Hey, hold on. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Spano. Happy birthday.
Qué linda que está la mañana, hoy que vengo a saludarte. Venimos todos con gusto y placer a felicitarte. El día en que tú naciste, nacieron todas las flores. Y en la pila del bautismo cantaron los ruiseñores. Ya viene amaneciendo, ya la luz del día nos vio. ¿Y cómo dice? Levántate de mañana, mira que ya amaneció. Y ese aplauso de las estrellas del cielo quisiera bajarte dos. Una es para saludarte, la otra es para decirte adiós. Volaron 4 palomas por toditas las ciudades. Hoy por ser tus cumpleaños te deseamos felicidades. Ya viene amaneciendo, ya la luz del día nos vio. Levántate de mañana, mira que ya amaneció. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Cumpleaños feliz. Deseamos
Happy birthday.
cumpleaños feliz.
Vamos a pedir un poquito de espacio para que el mariachi se pueda acomodar, porque si no estamos un poco aquí como en pausa. Por favor, los que están al frente de nosotros, por favor.
Can you move to the side for the mariachi, please?
¡Eso!
Nacho, venga para acá.
Sandra has something. Excuse me, can I have your attention, please? I want to introduce.
No lo puede poner ahí.